Right, it is exactly 3:54 East African time. Welcome to Political Clock with me, Albert Kibet Bitok, here on EBC TV. Today, I'm privileged to have a young, promising and vibrant leader, that is Taban, who is the president of Elgonview Students' Council. And before we even kickstart this, I want just to give Taban a time to tell us who he is. Taban, welcome.
Thank you
very much for making time with us here on Political Clock.
Thank you for having me. You know, it is said whenever two or more heads meet together, great things happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So, as you said before, my name is Taban Emmanuel, and I am serving currently as the president of Elgonview College. I've been serving for quite a while now, because I'm almost going towards the end of my term as a president in this school. So through this leadership, I've tried to do a lot of things. I've done a lot of things that I felt like, what is the thing that will happen if I'm done from here? So I've started a podcast called Afro Pulse that will link my current school politics, the politics outside there. So,
and talking about politics outside there, dear viewers, today we want to talk about how young student leaders out there in the institutions are shaping up the current or even the national politics and even the continental politics here in Africa. And today, Laban Taban will be shedding light, or will be bringing us a picture of how these young leaders from Tibet institutions and even the university institutions are bringing a change in the national politics of our country, Kenya, and even beyond the borders. So, Taban, you're saying that you have what we call, you said what you call a podcast, and you are talking about leadership. You've been there, you've been leading students, you've been leading your council as the chair, and we've seen also the likes of Babu Wino in Kenya. He is the former chair or the president of Student Council in Nairobi University. I can see you are almost the same. How can you tell? What can you say about the student leadership linking up or being a future? We can have the current president of a Tiban institution being a future leader. First of all, is it possible?
Yeah, it is very possible. So when you asked that question, the first thing that came into my mind was Honorable Babu Wino.
Babu Wino.
When you see Babu Wino has been a student leader, he has been the president of
University of
Nairobi. Yeah, he has been a student leader of University of Nairobi, and you have seen the progress he has made from there. So mostly you see these student leaders, this is where we build our foundation. Where the school, when I was in high school, my school used to tell us that a strong foundation leads to a strong building. So you see people like Babu Wino started from from Nairobi, University of Nairobi. Then right now he's shedding light into the country. You see the influence he has. So there are things that you start from the point which is down, and that goes up. That's why I'm telling you now that it is possible for the student presidents to make good politicians when they reach outside there.
Nice. You see, when there is something that people say that, for example,
yes,
I will till because I don't want anchor. So that means something which propels me to do farming is the anchor, or I want to make money or so. What makes you to pursue these leadership roles, to be a leader in future and even right now? What makes you, what is the engine? What drives you to pursue leadership?
Yeah, that is a very good question. You know, leadership, most people take leadership as they take it from the political aspect. But someone like me, I don't like seeing people suffer. Like, I don't like seeing people down when at least I can afford a meal. If I can afford a meal and there's someone who cannot afford a meal, I have to eat with him together. So I joined this leadership to make sure that gap, mostly, we as African, we had the independent in the 20th century. We had our independence, but mostly we are not liberated economically. So you'll find out people are taking, like you said, a politician is going for politics because of hunger.
A farmer.
Yeah, because they want to at least eat something or something like that. But the real politics comes from the side of leadership. When you want to lead like a Babu winner, you will make sure you push. And you see, when you start from school leadership, it's something that is a passion to you. When you have a passion, that means no matter what, you will still lead anyways. Now I'm right now serving as the president of Elgonview College, but in my plan, it is not the last time I will serve as a student president. By next year, I will be upgrading in my degree. I will be in another school. I'm going to vie for a position also, you see. So I'm vying for that position depending on how the situation will be. Like when I came to Elgonview College, there was a great gap between the administration and the students. So when I came, I made sure I preached that. So if you see right now, administration, all the information for administration reaches the students because I am there as the president. So my former school's problem, my next school's problem, I will first determine it, analyze how I can help, then I join in the position. It's not necessarily that I will go for president, but the position where I can help the challenge. Yes.
Talking of positions, you are saying that there is somewhere you came from. Yes. Right now you are in Elgonview, and next year perhaps you will be pursuing a degree, yes, and you'll be in another school. Now, in the previous schools you've gone, like the primary, the College of if there is any, have you served in any of the positions?
Yeah, I've served in my primary school. I was what they call a news editor, but it's normally referred to as English promoter because it was a government school in Uganda. They call it UC. They call them the government schools. They call them. I'm trying to forget kidogo. Yeah, there's a name for them. So these government schools, they have no much English. So they wanted they have people who promote English. So these are people who will edit news just for entertainment. It is not a fact that is on ground. Facts are there, but there are some news just you come up with around school and make it something funny to make people interested in English. So I was called an English promoter. When I reached in high school, in my third year in high school, that is Form 3, I ran for Clubs and Societies Prefect, and I managed to score with 89% of votes.
You only left the 11?
I left only the 2% for the opponent. So I managed. It was a good win. Then when I came to Kenya, the first school I joined was Kobujo Institute of Development Studies. I think you know, in
Nandi County.
Yes, in Nandi County, Kobujo Ward. So when I was in Nandi County, I first applied for president. Then when I applied for president, I was told, "Hey man, you are still new." I was a fresher. You are still new. You cannot take such a big step. So I saw this. I said, "No. If I cannot go here, let me be the person backing up the president." So I ran for vice president. I managed to win. I won with around 70%.
So you won with that candidate?
Yeah.
Alongside that candidate?
Yeah, that candidate was in our second year. I was still a fresher. I managed to win with something like 10% win. So when I came to Elgonview College, the first term, that was September 2024, I joined the term leading to December. There was no president by then, and I saw on the notice board they were requesting for people to apply. I applied. Vetting was not done the whole term. Now this January, when I saw vetting date was scheduled and then they wanted people to apply, I reapplied again. So when I applied, we were something like 7. Only 3 of us managed to make it for vetting, through vetting. Then we went for for the elections, and I'm glad the students knew who to select, and I was placed there with event and square vote. So right now, I'm serving as the president.
Congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you.
And talking about Kobujoy, now you are in Elgenview, and winning in Kobujoy, you've won again in Elgenview. That means there is a secret in you that you use. What is the secret so that someone is watching there and maybe he or she wants to be the president, the future president of his or a school, or even any position? What is the secret of winning a leadership position?
Okay, let me just put that in a simple term.
Yes.
Most people watch reels on Facebook, YouTube, and maybe Instagram and the rest. You know, when you're scrolling, there are series of motivational speakers that give their speeches. Most people see that as entertainment, or they use the motivation once they're in problem. So before Kitambo, I used to see this reel that failing to plan is planning to fail.
Yes, yeah.
So when you see these are recent election where right now I'm the president, we had 1 week for campaign. It was a short term. So I went home after the names were out. It was a Friday, then the next Friday we have elections. So I went home, I sat down, I structured the day. Monday I will do this and this, Tuesday this and this, Wednesday, Friday.
You
Thursday,
came up with a schedule.
Then Friday I go for elections. I came up with a schedule, I planned for it all. Then I started doing it as I planned. So as I'm doing it as I planned, I managed to reach a number of students, and I managed to convince them. You know, I've been even doing online campaigns, so I don't sleep. At home I'm doing online campaign. When I reach in school, I do campaign
physically.
Yeah, physically. So that is how I managed to convince a lot of students, although I was new and a foreigner in the country.
That is Taban Emmanuel, the president of Elgenview College in Eldoret, the city of champions, painting us a picture of his leadership. He has been the leader, or he has been the deputy president for Kobujoy campus, and here now he is the president of Elgenview, that is the main campus in Eldoret. We'll be back. We are heading for a short break. We'll be back in a few. Right, welcome back. This is EVC TV, and this is Political Clock with me, Albert Kibedbe Talk. You can follow us on Facebook at Albert Kibedbe Talk, on EVC TV, that is the Facebook page. And here with me, I am with Taban Emmanuel, that is the president for the Elgenview Student Council, painting a picture of how the TVET or Student Council leadership is shaping up the national and even the continental leadership here in our continent, Africa. And right now, I want to head on another issue of, you know, when you are a student, you are being supported by a parent, you are being supported by maybe guardians in terms of finance and everything. I don't know if student council earn, and if they earn, have you benefited all along when you are in Nandi County, that is the Kobujoy, and now you are in Elgenview? And when you talk about finance, I know the president takes home a bigger portion of it, other than other leaders along. Yeah.
So, like,
in short, what are the benefits of being in the leadership?
Being a leader, like currently in my position, there is nothing like a salary. So it's just called a token. It's given to you at the end of the term for the good service done. So that means if you didn't do anything good, you will miss out.
No salary.
Yeah, there's nothing like that. So, I get that token. Yeah, as you said, I get it more than my other cabinets, but they're happy with what they get, and I'm happy with what I get too. So that is one of the financial benefits. But mostly in this leadership, I've learned a lot of things. I've met quite a number of people. I had the
I know sometimes you share a table with the dignitaries of the school.
Yeah, with dignitaries of the school, even the politicians outside. I met Governor Jonathan B. Yeah, I met him over the youth thing. This I met Salin Ruto over this
Holiday.
Yeah, over the holiday. So with this leadership, I've been involved in events.
You've made connections.
A lot of things. There's this group in Eldoret called Vijana Ninguzu. That group is something amazing. So when I knew them, I said I should do what they're doing at home. It's a youth movement that is really shaking. So I've learned. I've interacted with a lot of people. Then I've learned a lot of things from people here. You know, someone talking, you will see the way someone talks, and you also adapt to the way that person talks. But mostly from this leadership thing, the benefit that I have earned personally is a leadership skills. I'm sure I've been growing since I've started. The way I started is not the way I am now. So right now, as I speak, I'm still learning. I'm learning more, and I'm sure if I join the politics back home, or I go to lead my people, I'm sure I will be someone who is fully charged with the leadership. Yes.
So you get the challenge, you get the skills, you get the connections. That is the benefits.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That is the benefit part of it. But what about the challenges? You know, when you are, like, for example, you are a student, you want to balance studies and leadership. Maybe you want to balance outside. Maybe now when you have functions outside there, you met Shalin Ruto, Governor B is having something, and you would wish to join. How do you balance these with your studies?
So, like you have said before, you know, I am participating in school leadership with support from my parents, of course. Yeah, because I first make them aware before I take a big step like this. So they are paying school fees, they are paying the tuition. That means they expect a good results from me. Yeah, so for me to balance my academic and the leadership journey, most of the times, if I'm not busy, I'm on my books. Yeah, I'm on my books. So that is how. That means that out of 24 hours, I have 8 hours only to rest. But the rest, I don't rest. Mostly, when I'm not in leadership, I'm in academics. So for now, I'm trying to balance it like that. But most of the times when I have events, I attend an event during the day. At night, I go back, rest for 2 hours, wake up, I join back to my book. So yeah, and it is a challenge, you know, as a youth like me, I'm supposed to go out with friends, enjoy life, but I cannot do that because right now my plate is full. But I don't see it as a big challenge to me. I see it as a thing that will become a testimony one day when I'm someone who is big.
Okay.
Yeah, I will tell a testimony to my
It will
people,
one day become a testimony. So
Yeah.
apart from the challenge you've mentioned, what are some of the challenges you also face in this part of leadership?
In leadership, actually, it's not what I thought. There is more challenge in it than the benefits you get. You see, first of all, there is a lot of expectations from the world outside,
And even from the people you lead.
The people you lead, there's a lot of expectations. So what they think is, as a leader, you don't joke. That means it is hard to make friends. It is hard to make friends if you're a leader. Number one, what they put in their mind is you don't joke. That means always you're straight to business. So you call someone, then the person asks, hey, you are calling just for social call. Then the person is asking, what is happening today? You see? So making friendship is one of the hardest things. That means a lot of expectations. People expect like always good results from you. Like being a leader.
They over expect.
Yeah, being people over expect. Sometimes they expect you not to fail. Like someone will request that, hey, Mr. President, please organize for us a trip. So you take that into consideration. When the number of people who request for that is now large, you put the proposal on the table, you take it to the administration, Now, when you make the students aware, you should not fail on that. So
Yes.
it is that.
Sometimes you are being asked or requested to maybe pay lunch for some students.
Pay lunch, such kind of things. So they expect you in the higher position of the students, you will be financially good. So you have to give them something like finance also, financial supports. And those are not some things that are not that bad. When someone asks for help, in case you have, you help.
If you have the capacity.
Yeah, if you have the capacity, you help. Then, being a student president, like right now in my state, it is something that is hard. I have my three council members are going for attachment. So you see, today I've been too busy. I'm trying to fix how can 5 people do the job for 8. So I'm trying to fix and see how that one. So most of the times you'll find, sometimes you see what is going in your mind is what can benefit the students. But I'm glad so far I've been managing the challenges well. Yeah, and then one challenge is also communication. Sometimes you want to communicate with your team, but they are not available at that time. Like Fridays, mostly my team is unavailable. They are hard to reach. So I have to, if I have any meeting planned on that, then I have to push it to Monday or another day. So communication has been a problem in my team. But all in all, challenges are just to make us feel strong.
Exactly. Challenges are there to make us feel strong. And men of God will tell you that God will not test you beyond your clue. And I want you to tell that person something. That student who is somewhere studying, that person, young person, promising one, who is yearning to be the future president, who is yearning to be the future MP, who is yearning to be the future MC and even the governor and even the senator. Tell him something as we go.
So the shortest message is this: the most difficult person in your life is you. So if you don't fight for yourself, there is no one you can compete with. You're the best competitor for yourself. If you wake up today and take tea with mandazi, and you wake up tomorrow and take tea with kuku, that means you are upgrading every day. So you should challenge yourself on daily basis and see how much progress you can track and plan. Don't just be someone who wakes up and wait for people to plan their day. Wake up on a Monday morning, plan the whole week. You know what you are supposed to do in that week. Of course, there are obstacles that will stop you, but if obstacles come across and you have already planned, you will just have to divert. And don't expect always things to be on a straight line. So I'm glad to tell you that I've been writing a book for a while now.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, it's called Your Path is Not a Straight Line. This book idea came when I was seeing people have studied but they're not employed. But when we are joining school, the aim was to get employment. So it is just to clear the myth of being a straight line. So being ready for challenges come all the time. Just know how to maneuver through them. So my final message to people who want to participate in politics is this: know the interest why you're going to participate in politics. Don't participate in politics because you have seen someone's mistake as a politician and you are taking advantage of that. Go to politics with your new innovate and be creative. Go with new reasons. In case someone's challenge is a problem, just innovate on them. Make it something better. Don't make someone's challenges the person's your opportunity or the person's weakness. So maneuver around it and make it an opportunity for everyone. Don't benefit your stomach. Benefit the people who like you and you'll get votes.
Don't benefit your stomach, but benefit your people who elected you to that position. That has been Taban Emmanuel, the president of Elginview College. Thank you so much for making time to Political Talk here on EBC TV. And wish you from Elginview EBC TV, from me, Albert Ibebito, I wish you the best, very best in your political journey. I wish that one day you'll be the governor of somewhere. I wish one day you lead a country. I wish one day you lead even a continent, and that is something that can be done, that can come true. A dream that can come true.
Thanks for the wish in me. Then just for the youth, always believe in yourself. You can make it.
You can make it. Believe in yourself. You can make it. That marks the end of today's political clock here on ABC TV. You have been with me, Albert Kibet Talk. Thank you for having time with us. See you next time.